all very welcome to our party, our celebration of the Drumshanbo Traditional Irish Music course. It's fantastic to see so many graduates, so many students of the traditional arts, all the tutors, Reelin, who was the first tutor in 1997 to 2000. Paddy Ryan is here from 2000 to 2006. And it's great to see all their friends and family here as well. So the first intake of students was in September 97, and it's gone from strength to strength since then, with over 300 students having done the course. Tom Grady, the current CEO of Mayo Sligo and Leitrim ETB, has said recently that ETBs are at the heart of communities and offer a diverse range of education programmes to cater for the needs of all communities, individual learners and businesses. The Drumshanbo Tribe course has been an important part of the local community ever since it was established, and it brings life, energy, characters and creativity to the town of Drumshanbo. Drumshanbo has been an enterprising town for generations, going back to the days of the Laird family and the Jan, and one of the first towns in Ireland to have electricity in the early 1900s. And great credit is due to the musical entrepreneurs that founded the annual Joe Mooney Summer School, and that also came up with the idea for this trad course to have throughout the rest of the year. Some of the same people, including the wonderful Nancy Woods, who unfortunately can't be with us tonight, but she has been in touch and wishes us all a great evening. So they're responsible for having the idea and for following through and having a course for adults to study the traditional arts throughout the year. I only know of one other course in the country, and that's in Ballyfermot in Dublin, where a similar course exists. So it really is a unique thing that Drumshanbo has. I'd like to mention a little bit about the structure of the course. So we follow the second level academic year from September to May inclusive, and the course currently consists of 10 modules, including modules like Irish music, music theory, music performance, and so on. There's a strong emphasis on the practical skills. We play music, we dance, we sing every day, and we learn through those processes. A set of each type of tunes is taught every year in the course, a set of jigs, a set of reels, a set of polkas, and so on. And we go on trips, we go on field trips to places like the Coleman Centre, Josie McDermott's cottage, John McKenna's cottage, Carolyn's grave. We have guest tutors visit the course every now and then. We've had the likes of Martin Hayes and Dennis Cahill, Kevin Crawford, John Doyle, Rosie Stewart, Eileen and Edwina Guckian, Ronan Regan, Shane O'Dowd, Leonard Barry, Cormac Begley. We've had Lunasa on the course, we've had Dervish visit the course. The list goes on. We put on performances each year. In nursing homes, we sing carols for Simon and Carrick and Shannon every year. And of course our annual charity concert in the Mayflower Centre. We also have performed in Keeju and in the Glen Centre in Hamilton. And as a measure of the achievements of some of the students in the course, I'm delighted to tell you that many of the people I contacted to come tonight couldn't make it because they're too busy working. They're too busy gigging. For example, Alan Woods, he did the course here, he went on to study in Ballyfermot, and he now works for the Traditional Irish Music Archives in Dublin. And he's currently up at a festival in County Donegal collecting for the archive. Sarah Garden is performing at a singing event in Hamilton tonight. She can't make it. She's working for Music Generation Leitrim at the minute, going around schools and teaching. Graham Robertson couldn't make it, he's a gig in Drumahare. Conor McGrath is in Portugal at an academic conference delivering a paper on the research he's currently doing for his PhD. He's actually currently lecturing in Maynooth while doing his PhD. And not to mention the fabulous Maura Murphy, our glittering Maura Murphy tonight, who we met on the way in. Maura just completed the last exam, just there today, this morning, down in Galway, for GMIT in Heritage Studies. And I think that's very good. I really hope that this evening's event will highlight the benefits and the value of the course that are not immediately obvious and that can't be truly reflected by statistics and outcomes. The outputs, such as qualifications awarded, educational progression, and employment outcomes, they're quantified every year by the Mayo, Sligo and Leitrim ETB. However, it's not as easy to measure the social benefits, the confidence that students get from the course, the interpersonal soft skills they learn, and the positive benefits to their general health and well-being that results from their experiences in the course. I hope that this evening's performances from the students and the stories that they tell throughout the evening will give a small indication of the diversity and the richness of the trad course. And it was with all this in mind that one of our current students, Reelin McCann, took on the task of compiling a study that would highlight these benefits. She organised a series of focus groups and interviews with 19 current and past students of the course, and carried out extensive research of the available literature regarding music and education and health. She spent countless hours recording quotes from students, collating what she had gathered, and crafting the text of the study. On behalf of us all in the trad course and in Drumshanbo College of Further Education, I'd like to sincerely thank Reelin for her expertise and dedication. It's a wonderful illustration and description of the course will hopefully benefit it for years to come. And here it is. It's available tonight for €5. Okay. So to officially launch the report, Ceol, Agus, Cairdeas, please welcome the Mayo, Sligo and Leitrim ETB Director of Further Education and Training, Mr. Peter Egan.
Thank you very much, Mossie. This was ladies and gentlemen, invited guests, and of course learners. As Mossie said, my name is Peter Egan, and I work with Mayo, Sligo, Leitrim ETB, and I direct further education and training. And it's really a big pleasure and a great honour for me to welcome you to this celebration and to launch the report Ceol, Agus, Cairdeas, a study of Drumshanbo traditional Irish music course. Our current mission in Mayo, Sligo, Leitrim ETB is to provide innovative, high-quality further education and training services that provides our learners with transformative opportunities for life and living. All of our courses and services are linked to two fundamental priorities. Firstly, they should add value to the individuals and break down social inclusion. And secondly, they provide critical skills for the economy. The programmes offered here in Drumshanbo have consistently achieved these two priorities. The report we are launching this evening catalogues and pays testament to the very positive benefits for many learners who have benefited from their holistic participation in the programme since 1997. When it is successful, education is transformative. The report documents the transformative experience that the programme here has delivered to all that have participated. Apart from the learning and the music, many of the other benefits outlined in the report include the positive community, social, career, therapeutic benefits experienced by all. There has never been a better time than now to participate in education, and particularly further education. At the moment, we in Mayo, Sligo, Leitrim, ETB, are currently rolling out a number of new programmes in apprenticeships, in traineeships, in full and part-time programmes, in courses such as butchery, we just launched a new butchery apprenticeship, in food science that we're hoping to offer here in Drumshanbo, linking with the Food Hub, with sales. We're actually ready to launch a brand new generation apprenticeship in sales, commis chefing, which will just commence in Sligo Training Centre, ICT, hospitality, finance, and this is to name but a few. We are particularly investing quite heavily here in County Leitrim, and in the last couple of 6 months or 9 months, we've just opened a brand new youth reach service here in County Leitrim and Mobile. We haven't actually officially launched it yet, but this is going to cater for early school leavers from the environs of County Leitrim. We've also just recently developed a brand new further education and training centre in Cairdeas in the Market Yard. And this is a state-of-the-art learning facility. We're also invested here in Drumshanbo we've just taken over the Enterprise Centre here, and we're currently looking at courses to really revive and improve and enhance the current offering there. So, year on year, we're very privileged to witness the success stories of the learners that have participated on our programs. Really, many of our learners have received life-changing training, and really to check out the many courses that are available on our website, www.nsletb.ie. Finally, Mayo Sligo Leitrim ETB is very proud to support and to be associated with the programme here. And I want to thank Mossie and Sean Bailey and all of my colleagues who are here, and some of them are not here, in Drumshanbo Vocational School and VITOS for all that they do. They make a huge difference to our learners, and they have unwavering commitment to our mission in Mayo Sligo Leitrim ETB. I would like to thank Mary Ellen McCann for her work in compiling the report. It is truly excellent, so I want to give Mary Ellen a round of applause. I would like to thank Charlie for being here and taking time out of his very busy schedule for emceeing the event this evening. I believe there's an alternative event happening tomorrow in Dublin, the Alternative Eurovision, so I hope to maybe attend, Charlie, if you could give me a couple of tickets, so if you want tickets, Charlie's here. So I think definitely after last night, I think it's shaping up to be a better gig than the one in Israel.
Yes.
Yes. I'd also like to thank our learners for sticking with the opportunity that they have been given, for opening up to the challenge that has been presented to them, and for participating in the programs. I think many of our learners, I'm quite a movie buff, and if you've ever seen the film Castaway, it reminds me whenever I meet some of our learners, if you remember that movie, Tom Hanks is stuck on the beach, and he spends the first couple of years sitting on the beach waiting for his ship to come in, and he has a friend called Wilson, and then one day he says, well, I'm not going to wait anymore, I'm going to swim out of it. And I think this is the story of all of our learners. You need to swim out, and I think you can see testament to that today. So finally, I would like to thank you all for attending. Have a great evening and enjoy the music. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Peter. We're not used to such posh surroundings, you know. Anybody that's come to our charity concerts know we have it in the Mayflower Community Centre usually, which is fantastic, we love it. But I just want to mention that the proceeds from tonight are going to pay our expenses for the room, for the printing of the booklet, for the printing of the tickets and so forth. If there are any profits, they will go to the course instrument fund. And if there isn't, I'm hoping Mr. Egan will sub us the difference. So now, on behalf of everyone, really, I want to present this to Mary Ellen McCann.
Yes, absolutely.
That's beautiful, thank you. That's lovely. Thank you.
Do you want to say a couple of words?
I'm actually not going to say very much because we're here to listen to music. But just a couple of things do need to be said. And one is that I'm absolutely thrilled with the final version of the report. I'm thrilled that it looks so well, that such a good print job has been done in it. And a lot of that is down to the support that Mossie gave me and has given us on the course. A couple of things stood out just when I was doing the work. But the kind of thing, I'm not going to say anything really much about what people said, because you'll hear that during the night. But like there was comment, one that stands out was somebody said, this course should be on prescription. And that's not as daft as it sounds, because there are initiatives now in the UK And there are initiatives in Dublin which they call social prescribing, where GPs are actually prescribing people to go to particular activities like gardening, music, arts and crafts, singing, all those kind of things. So I think that was very telling that somebody said this should be on prescription, which means there should be input from the health agencies around. Take note if there's anybody here from health. And also, somebody else said, the impact on tourism around, which I think is actually completely missed. But it hasn't been missed at a national level. Like if you look at all our ads for coming to Ireland, most of them involve traditional music somewhere, people playing traditional music. It also hasn't been missed, the music industry hasn't missed it through agencies like IMRO. They've captured the economic benefit of music to the country, not only trad music. There are people here who are now playing sessions every week, who are doing gigs, some who are playing free for local people, but also for tourists to this county and surrounding counties. That, somehow or other, I would love to see that being collected. I wouldn't be able to do it, but the economic benefit should not go unnoted. And then just, I suppose finally, I do have to say that all the people who spoke to me doing this study, to a person, talked about the quality of the leadership that we have on this course. Mossie Martin is a wonderful teacher, a wonderful musician, and a very supportive person. But he also, it's not just by kind of chance that he manages to make such a success of the courses. It's also because he uses particular principles in his work. He uses adult education principles. He respects the people who are on the course. He knows that they come with knowledge, that they're not empty vessels when they come in the door. He supports them. He knows that people like to participate in their learning and be creative. And he's like a learner on the course and a leader. These kind of principles are documented in literature and in theory. They are difficult to practice. So I think because Mossie is so easy in these ways, we tend to think, he can just do it. But that's actually not the case. He can't just do it. He actually practices very solid skills that he has learned over the years. We benefit from that. And I think in the ETB, if we had more involvement of the adult education section, as well as the PLC section, we could benefit much more from that. And they're very valuable principles. So thank you, Mossie, for those skills that you've developed over the years. Finally, just to say that the course is 22 years old now, so it's kind of like grown up a bit, but it's still young. It's still young, and it has to think of where does it go in the future. And I think where it needs to go in the future is to develop all these new relationships with agencies that have an interest in the work that it does. Agencies like health agencies, the local authority, the arts officers in the local authority, voluntary music groups like Cultus Culturiarum, the Department of Culture and Heritage in the Gaeltacht. It shouldn't just be left to the ETB. Peter, you shouldn't be the only ones who are involved, but perhaps you need to take a lead in getting the other ones in there. So thank you very much. I was privileged to do the study and I'm very honoured to present it to you and to show you the finished article. Thank you.